Have you heard? Bravado has deals for days.
You mean like a free smartphone?
Well, yeah.
With unlimited talk, text, and data for just $40 a month?
You're darn tootin'.
Then why the blazes are we talking on these?
Make the switch to Bravado today and fall in love with a brand new free smartphone. See store for details. Find locations at bravadowireless.com/boldmove.
Baby, you're the boldest.
Bravado Wireless. Experience the power of connection.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
features the Redlands Community College Lady Cougars and the Murray State College Aggies. In memory and respect to those who serve and have served our country, please stand as one nation under one flag to honor America with the play of the national anthem. At guard, a freshman, number 0, Elijah Stewart. At guard, sophomore, number 10, Redlands Hanson. At guard, sophomore, number 11, Kess Reeves. At guard, freshman, number 24, Jillian Ingram. At forward, a freshman, number 30, Addison Roberson. The head coach from Missouri State is Steve Lowe, assisted by Kaylee Van Loo. And now let's meet the starters for the Redlands Community College Lady Cougars. At forward, a sophomore, number 2, Christina Jenkins. At guard, a sophomore, number 10, Mariah Jones. At guard, a sophomore, number 24, Renea Hopkins. At forward, a sophomore, number 25, Carissa Jackson. And at forward, a sophomore, number 30, Kiara Lovings. The head coach of the Lady Cougars is Jay Neehus. He's assisted by Brooke Brown.
All right, welcome inside the Noble Complex, everybody. Jacob Toby alongside Deion Amade as we've got NJCAA Region II semifinal action. The winners of today play tomorrow at a chance to go to the NJCAA tournament. And for the girls, it'll be in Lubbock, Texas. For the guys, in Hutchinson, Kansas. Redlands and Murray State will start us off on the women's side. Redlands coming off a 68-51 win over Connors State. Murray State beating Western Oklahoma State 86-79 on Thursday, so these girls get a day of rest. The men's have to play consecutive games, and it would be 3 if they go all the way to the championship game. Redlands, Christina Jenkins, Mariah Jones, Renea Hopkins, Carissa Jackson, Kiara Lovings, the starting 5 for head coach Jay Neehus. And for Murray State, Alicia Stewart or Daisha Hansen, as the corner shot is put in by Jenkins. Kess Reeves, Jillian Ingram, and Madison Roberson for Murray State. And we're off and running here early on.
Yeah, and that jumper knocked down by Ingram, number 24. Starting off the night scoring very well, finding her spot and knocking it down.
So if you win today, you move on to the championship game tomorrow. 3-point try off the mark by Lovings. Redlands in gray, Murray State in blue. And a backcourt violation.
And an ill-advised pass there by number 11, Reeves. Stewart can't handle it, and they get an early backcourt violation.
Referees for today, Amy Shelby, Wayne Trewicks, and Darren Slaybaugh. Darson Slaybaugh. Hopkins can't hit from downtown. We'll talk a lot about her today as the game goes on. Hansen wore number 2 yesterday, switching to number 10 today. Reeves working inside, got blocked by Lovings. She picks it up, and the ball knocked away, but a foul is going to be called on Roberson. That's her first.
Aggies foul 30, Madison Roberson, her first, team's first.
Mentioned Jay Neehus, the head coach for Redlands. Steve Lowe, the head coach for Murray State. Turnaround jumper for Jenkins is good. She's got 4.
And she is just deadly with that mid-range jumper. It's almost automatic at this point, and today it certainly is. She's 2 for 2 from the field.
Jenkins set a game-high 19 points in Redlands' 68-51 win versus Connors State on Wednesday to get them to this point. 4-2 Cougars. And Hansen will get to the free throw line for the first time today. Carissa Jackson called for the foul.
And you can see a good job by Jack Henson going into the body of Jackson first before she can get the block.
Hanson misses the first. She is only a 32% free throw shooter. And she goes 0 for 2. Jones to the corner for Hopkins, who is not scared of attacking the rack.
Good job finding the backboard on that one. Awkward body positioning, but she gets it to fall.
Stewart, left hand, left it short. Turned over, Stewart got it back, says why not pop a three?
And that right there is not a good sign for the Aggies. Stewart has got to be connecting from the outside and making her shots today because they don't have the offensive firepower this Redland bunch does. They have a number of girls that can knock it down from mid-range level and can step back and knock down the three. On the other side, for the Aggies, Stewart is the main person that you got to worry about, especially behind the arc. There are a couple of girls that can shoot the mid-range jumper, but not to the efficiency that this Redlands girls team can.
Three put down by Jones.
And here's the thing. That's not even one of the girls that I was talking about that can knock down that mid-range jumper consistently. So if Jones is connecting, Murray State might be in a little bit of trouble.
Blocking foul will go against Hopkins, and she did not agree with the referee's call.
Gives him a side-eyed smirk.
That'd be referee Wayne Traywicks.
I've seen a couple of those looks before.
And a bad pass to Ingram.
That's a story for another day.
We'll save it. Katarina Kaikkonen will check in for the first time. And Kess Reeves will sit for Murray State. Just underway, first quarter. 8-2 Redlands. And a travel on Jones. She got indecisive on that one right there. Murray State scored 86 against Western Oklahoma State. Stewart with the miss.
That one just a little short for Stewart.
Hopkins switching in the air for two. She is so skilled getting to the basket, and that's going to force a timeout by Murray State.
And it's a good timeout right there because defensively, Murray State's on their heels.
$99 doesn't go as far as it used to, but Bravado Wireless can still make great things happen. Right now, get a brand new router for only $99 and then embrace the power of unlimited home internet. If you're just tuning in, Jacob Toby alongside Deion Amade. 4 games, 2 women's, 2 men's today. Redlands and Murray State battling it out right now to get to the championship game. NOC Enid and NEO next up at 3 o'clock on the women's side. And for the men, NEO and NOC Enid will face off at 6. How about that? Back-to-back games of both schools facing off. And then Tonkawa and Murray State, the late night game is Kaikkonen knocks down the 3. A lot of school pride on the line today, sir.
There certainly is. It's a good job, too, because, you know, both of these student bodies and fans can come for both girls and support all of them, boys and girls.
Offensive rebound. Redlands, corner 3, Jones. She hit one already. Hopkins, though, offensive rebound. Renia Hopkins, the MVP of Region II, showing out right now for Redlands.
She flexes, shows a little muscle as she comes down the court. And right there, good defense by Jones. That's going to be called a travel.
Pass underneath. Jenkins.
And that's a great find by Hopkins. Does a good job of getting down low. Defenders surround her, and she finds number 2, Jenkins, open.
Roberson cleans up the mess down low. 7-point lead, though, for Redlands. Lovings to Jones.
Loving's kind of quiet early in this game.
Jenkins, no. Offensive rebound, Redlands. Jones, no. Kaikkonen to the corner. 3 way off by Hansen. Nia Banks will check in, the Tulsa, Oklahoma product, freshman, 5'8". For Redlands. Jenkins. Quick release there, didn't get it to go though. Kaikkonen brings a lot of speed into the game when she comes in off the bench, but an offensive foul is going to go against Roberson.
Aggies foul 30, Madison Roberson, her second, team second. And for the Aggies 14, Andressa Nascimento. And 11, Kes Reed.
Andressa Nascimento checking in for Murray State. Macy Smith as well.
Yeah, you could hear Coach from the bench over here yelling as soon as number 3, Macy Smith, enters the game, yelling shooter and alerting the team defensively, because we've seen her shooting abilities yesterday, or excuse me, on Wednesday. She can knock it down from anywhere.
Jackson with the miss. She'll come out. Grace Nehus, the daughter of head coach Jay Nehus, will check in. Mariah Jones will take a seat as well. And Peyton Rowe comes in for the first time today. Alasia Stewart hands it off to Kaikkonen. Nascimento, Kaikkonen, Murray moving the ball. Oh, nice move by Smith with the left hand.
And she had the height over number 12, Rowe. And because of that, she can see the basket and she gets it off the glass and gets it to go in.
Hopkins to Rowe. Jenkins not scared to fire, and that's why. That's a 2, though. They count that as a 2. She's got 8 points.
3 for 4.
Stewart answers right back for 3. She hits him at 40%. And if Murray State's going to want to pull the upset here, they need a special performance from Alasia Stewart tonight. Hopkins, tough move. Offensive rebound. Banks had a layup, and she didn't realize it. And she went baseline instead.
Got to be aware of where you are on the court. She might have thought she was more underneath the basket than what she actually was.
Loving's back in, and Hopkins will get her first rest of the day. Bounce pass into Lovings, and a jump ball.
And that was on Lovings right there. Pass was in her hands, and she loses concentration.
Four-point lead for Redlands, 2:20 to go, first quarter.
They can't go underneath the screen on Macy Smith like that. They got to know that.
Stewart. Is it just me, or we've seen a decent amount of traveling Wednesday and yesterday?
You're right, you're right. If you add it all up in my head, There's been quite a few.
It's that first step that's still getting a lot of these players, both in the men's game and the women's game, is Jenkins so crafty getting the foul call.
You see her utilize the pump fake right there and go up through the hands. Wise veteran move by Jenkins.
Nascimento with the foul. So Christina Jenkins, the 6-foot sophomore from Elgin, Oklahoma, hits the first free throw.
We still got to get down to the bottom of these pink shoelaces. We still haven't done our investigating off that. Count them, 1, 2,
Be your
3.
job.
Redland girls, 3 players on the floor right now with pink shoelaces.
I vote you go figure that out at halftime.
I don't know if that's going to happen. The guy's got to take a potty break sometime.
18-12 Redlands. Kaikkonen can't spin it home with the left hand, though.
Newhouse right there to challenge the shot.
Lovings, baseline with contact, can't bank it home. 1:35 remaining first quarter.
Indecisive, Macy Smith gets another travel.
Rowe will bring up the basketball, the freshman from Sulphur. Thought about a 3. Banks, no hesitation. And Stewart with speed. This is where she excels, in the open court. Stewart, she can't get it to go on the left side.
And that was a great job by Banks getting back on defense.
Lovings with the spin.
And Lovings is off today because Wednesday she was hitting and knocking everything down. Today jumpers aren't falling and layups aren't going in.
Lovings had 13 points in Redland's first win on Wednesday.
Newhouse with the rejection in the lane. I just like the opportunity to say rejection. It's just a fun word.
Foul on the floor against, who will it be here? Kaikkonen with the foul. So Carissa Jackson, the sophomore from where Deion Amade hails from, Dallas, Texas.
Great state.
MacArthur High School, you familiar with that at all?
Very much so. Irving, Texas, right there. I was born in Irving Hospital.
Okay.
If you didn't know.
I did not know.
Fun fact.
Jackson puts down the first free throw. A 51% free throw shooter. She has started every game she's played in this season, 28 for 28. (20-12). Redlands up by 8 with 15 seconds to go first quarter. Reeves. Smith. Can't hit. 4 seconds to go. Rowe with the basketball. She's going to try to fling it up. And she gets knocked down, but no foul call, and that will end the first quarter. Redlands up by 8. We're back in a moment on Bravado Wireless.
Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
8-point lead for Redlands Community College over Murray State. Nia Hopkins, air ball on the three, rare miss there.
And Jackson tries to save it, but Henson jumps in the way and grabs it out the air.
Hanson. Cleaned up on the inside by Isabel Klassen.
Good initial defense by Jackson, but good job recovering is Murray State. They get the basket.
Bad pass underneath, stolen by Reeves.
Jenkins couldn't handle it.
Corner three, Hanson. No. There's Klassen again, though. Making things happen down low.
She's killing them on the boards right now.
Can't get the jumper to fall, though. She's 1 for 2.
That's going to be a foul on Ingram.
Foul 24, Jillian Ingram, her first team's first.
Redlands had 6 points off turnovers. In that first quarter. Murray State had 7 turnovers. Jones banks it home, but a travel?
Yeah, you said that with a question mark, like I was thinking it with a question mark.
Did not believe that was a travel.
Yeah.
Klassen trying to go down to the post, and Jones read it all the way. Has Hopkins running with her. Jones went to go to the other side for Jenkins and turned it over.
And Jenkins has to be aware when the passes come. She has to stay ready at all times. That's twice Jones has tried to hit her with a no-look pass, and she's not ready for it.
Hanson off on the three. Jenkins active out there right now. On offense and on the glass. Hopkins, step back, 15-footer, no. Murray State trying to create a fast break of their own. Smith, no.
That's a good job by Hopkins coming over and affecting the shot.
Hesitation, banking it home.
Just nice with it. She's just nice with it.
It's about all you can say to explain what her game is like. She's just nice with it. And a travel by Ingram.
And that pivot foot slid just a little bit, and it was enough to call the travel. You know, I'd be very curious to see, because I'm looking at the roster here, number 2, Christina Jenkins, is a sophomore, and so is number 24, Renee Hopkins. So where are they being recruited and where are they going to play next year is a question that's on the top of my mind.
Jones, deep three, way off. Hanson, shut off baseline. Driving to the rack was Reeves. For her first bucket of the ball game, 22-16.
Jones tries to go and get that steal over there. Everybody's trying to rotate, but they're not able to recover after it.
Hopkins trying to create the contact to get a shot at the free throw line, but it'll stay on the floor. Kess Reeves' first personal foul. 2 team fouls so far. Jenkins hit a shot from there earlier. Misses. And then a foul's going to go against Mariah Jones.
Lady Cougars foul, Mariah Jones, her first, team's first.
Jones picks up her second foul in about 15 seconds. They'll need her on the court. She can't get into foul trouble. Klassen. Reeves will reset at the top. Kick it out. Ingram. No. Grabbing her own miss. No.
And Ingram's got to use that backboard.
Hopkins. And that's the travel we've been talking about.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're there, it's hard to see, but they're seeing that first step take place.
Six-point lead for Redlands. Murray State has not led in this game yet. Reeves down low. There's the glass.
Nice post move by the guard. Surprising to see Stewart on the bench for so long for these Murray State Aggies.
Have to wonder what head coach Steve Lowe is thinking. Sitting arguably his best player. Klassen at the free throw line, looking for an option. Will head to the rim. Got bumped. And that'll go against Nihus. So Isabel Klassen will head to the free throw line. The 6-foot freshman from Perth, Australia, is an 83% free throw shooter. Never been to Australia?
Never.
Intentions of going?
Someday. That's the place that got the kangaroos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go check out the roos.
That's the place that has the kangaroos. Much more than the kangaroos, my friend.
You say so.
Hopkins, jab step. You never truly know what she's going to do. She's so talented. Misses the jumper, though. Reeves, nice fake, 15-footer. Rolls in.
And Reeves is starting to feel it.
She's got 6 points.
And we got a tied ball game.
All in this quarter, tied up at 22. All with Alacia Stewart on the bench. Hopkins showing the 3 fingers.
We know what that means.
Timeout on the court. 25-22 Redlands on top. Next week, Bravado Wireless will be out covering more high school basketball with 2A to 4A areas. Tune in to learn who's going to make it all the way to the big house in Oklahoma City. (25-22). Redlands on top by 3. Hopkins knocking in her first bucket of the second quarter to give her team the lead back. And Hansen will get a chance to cut the lead to 1 as Nia Banks gets called for the foul. So Randasha Hansen at the free throw line. Bounces in the first one. 1 for 2 from the line. Lovings. Zone here from the Aggies. 2-3. Lovings hits it, and that's something that can hurt that defense if you leave someone open.
If Loving gets rolling like that, it could really hurt.
Foul on the floor. And an over the back foul against Murray State. Jackson will check back in. Jenkins to sub out, and here comes Alicia Stewart.
And right now, in this second quarter, this Redlands offense has been a little stagnant. That last possession, it was good to see Lovings see something go in the basket, but a lot of this offense in the first quarter was coming from Jenkins and Hopkins, and both of them haven't been playing that well in the second. These guys got to find some offense somehow, some way.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Hopkins from way downtown, no. Banks can't get it to fall. Stewart blocked. Foul on Nascimento. Five-point lead for Redlands. 2:25 remaining first half. Cougars swinging it. Back out to Hopkins. 13 on the shot clock. Banks down low. Jackson. Offensive rebound and a foul. Nihus will head to the stripe.
That's the first time you've really seen them in this possession intentionally get down in low and get to the post and let those post players work and use their moves down there. Good job by Jackson displaying her abilities. Didn't get the shot, but a good job by Nihus getting the rebound and getting the shot up and getting to the free throw line.
Grace Nihus, who's at the free throw line, the freshman from Mustang, averaging 3.5 blocks off the bench. And she cashes in on the first free throw. That is 4th in the country in D1.
And she already has one today.
You know who leads the country in blocks in women's D1 JUCO basketball? And you know what the number is?
I'm very curious on this answer.
Centera Jones from Dyersburg State averages 16 blocks per game.
How tall is she, 7 foot?
Not sure, but she's had 16 10-block games.
Somebody needs to go find that girl and ask her if she wants to be an Oklahoma State cowgirl. I think my alma mater could use a 16 per game shot block.
I misspoke. She has 16 10-block games. So she doesn't average 16, but she averages, I believe it's 8.
Still good enough for me.
17 on the shot clock. Hopkins. Nice dish inside for Jackson.
It's a good job by Jackson being able to handle that ball in traffic like that.
Ingram out. Stewart, deep 3. Rims out.
She can't get it to fall today.
Hopkins came in with the rebound and a foul on Murray State.
I think they're going to call that one on Ingram. Loose ball foul.
It really does depend on how Alicia Stewart is doing offensively for this team.
correction. They're going to call that one on number 32, Klassen.
So Nihus back at the charity stripe. Gets it to roll in.
That was an impressive roll right there, friendly.
Talking about Nihus and her blocks. She's had 3 blocks, 20 out of the 29 games she's played in.
That's just good defensive instinct. Wouldn't expect anything less from a coach's daughter.
Another turnover for Murray State, and Steve Lowe is upset. Hopkins. Redlands up 11 with a minute remaining in the first half. Banks down low. Hopkins, 7 on the shot clock, and a bad pass intercepted by the Aggies. Ingram. Stewart catches the high pass in the corner, and she stepped out of bounds. Ooh, she whipped the ball at the official.
And I can tell you where that frustration is coming. Let's just say her scoring total matches the number on the back of her jersey.
3 points.
No, that's 0.
She has 3 points.
I mean, it matches the number on the back of her jersey plus 3. You misheard me. That's your fault.
Okay. About a 1 second difference between the shot and game clocks. Hopkins will just dribble it out. Head coach Jay Nihus will give the go, and here he is, giving the go right now. And another bad pass by Murray State. Ball still in the backcourt. 2 seconds to go. Stewart at the buzzer for 3. She got fouled, almost put it down. And she'll have free throws before this first half comes to a close.
That's not the way you wanted to end those 2 last possessions for Redlands. 2 times they tried that entry pass in the middle, and both times it was a turnover. The first one by Loving, just an ill-advised pass. She didn't pass it anywhere to where the middle defender was. And this one right here, just too much.
So Stewart, who has only 3 points, presumably having 3 free throws here, but referees discussing. Again, Amy Shelby, Wayne Traywicks, and Darson Slaybaugh, the 3 officials today. They're going to put .4 on the clock. Stewart at the free throw line, a 75% free throw shooter. All region first team this year, again, has struggled in this first half, just 3 points. Misses that. Goes 2 for 3. And that is how the first half comes to a close, a 9-point lead for Redlands. What needs to change for Murray State in the second half?
Honestly, it needs to change on both ends. Redlands just lucky enough to get away with this one because of the fact that Stewart isn't hitting. If Stewart was on right now, this would be a very interesting ball game. And honestly, I think momentum would carry Murray State to be ahead in this one. But luckily enough, she's not. I think they need to go in there and devise a plan where they get Stewart going. She needs to see things go in, and she needs to have some success somewhere on the floor, offensively or defensively. On the other side for Redlands, Loving has to get her head in the game. Okay, Jenkins has to be able to catch the ball when it's when they're not looking at her. They're getting no-look passes to her, and she's got a lot of points right now. But she could have so much more if she stays focused throughout the whole game. And Hopkins going to continue doing what she's doing. Jackson also like her effort on defense. So those are things that I think that needs to happen. We'll see if it does.
Hopkins with 11 points, 5 for 12 shooting from the field. She's the game high scorer to this point. 9-point lead for Redlands. We'll take a break. Be back with the second half here on Bravado Wireless after this.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection. Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
We were there when your grandparents made their first telephone call. We were there when your parents were able to choose what to watch on cable. And now, we are here for you, providing high-speed internet service to your family. There is one thing we know for sure. No matter what happens next, Cross is here to keep you connected. Cross, serving families like yours, today and tomorrow.
All right, welcome back. 34-25 in favor of Redlands. Jacob Toby alongside Deion Amate, Christina Jenkins for Redlands, 10 points. She averages 11 on the season, but you still think she could have had more in that first half to up this lead for Redlands.
There was definitely opportunities there for her to add to her total and add to this lead for the Redland girls team. Right now, I'm impressed by her mid-range shots and the things that she can do, but there was momentary lapse, especially in that second quarter, where they allowed these Aggies to get closer. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, Jenkins had a hand in that. Some drop passes, some missed opportunities on defense. Although she's having a great game, still need to tighten up, especially if they're going to want to run away with this thing here in the fourth quarter.
9-point lead. Can Murray State chip away here in the third quarter? Reeves shut off baseline on the shot. And here come the Cougars. Hopkins to the trailer. Jenkins went to go down low and it was turned over.
Good job by Robertson. Get that ball poked away.
Murray State just 4 points off turnovers in the first half. Can't convert there. Jones lost it. And almost fouled Hansen there. She has 2 personal fouls. She has to be careful. Stewart, they need this one. She can't hit.
Two straight turnovers for the Redland girls, and Coach Newhouse is not happy about that.
Oh, turned it over right to Stewart. Stewart and Hopkins one-on-one. Stewart to the rim.
3 straight turnovers.
34-27.
And Nehus looks furious. Excuse me, Nehus.
Jump ball. (34-27), 8:29 to go. Hopkins
thought about it.
Jenkins, that's what you like to see her do right there.
Exactly. Catching the ball in traffic, although it looks easier said than done, but still challenging. Jenkins does it right there.
Roberson almost lost it. Stewart for 3. Yes, and she needed that one.
Definitely does, and definitely did.
10 points for Stewart. 6-point game. And a 3 seconds called on Jenkins.
That's 4 turnovers for the Lady Cougars.
Four turnovers in this quarter. They had 9 overall in the first half. Stewart. And the pass was too high for Lovings.
That's 5 turnovers in 1 quarter.
And Jones is going to have to come out. Janie, who's not happy with his girls right now. Telling Jones to relax and breathe. The thing is, when there are turnovers and there are multiple of them, that's the easy fix. Slow it down. As Roberson will get to the free throw line.
Stewart is starting to feel it. Starting to attack the basket, getting easy shots for her teammates, knocking down outside threes. That's the last thing the Lady Cougars want right now, is for number 0, Stewart, to catch fire.
And as a former athlete, again, I'm talking to a former Oklahoma State Cowboy and Deion Amate here. You just need to see the ball go in the bucket a couple times. You need to feel yourself heating up a little bit to really get back in the game mentally, right?
That's exactly, you said the perfect word, mentally. This game is so mental, not just the aspect of confidence, but the act of giving your other teammates confidence in you so they give you more opportunities.
4-point game. Murray State's been on a run here. 5 turnovers in the quarter for Redlands. Hopkins says, fine, I'll shoot it. And it goes over the backboard. She had 1 3 in the first half. Stewart trying to get out of some trouble. Guarded by Banks pretty tightly. Left her for a second. Catches air. Corner 3 is good. Put in by Ingram. 1-point game. The Aggies on a run.
First of all, you can't go underneath that screen, but the rare chance that Stewart misses, you got to get the rebound.
Lovings, and they're going to call a foul against Hanson. And head coach Steve Lowe disagreeing with the call that it would be a shooting foul. And they're going to stick with it. So Lovings, a 76% free throw shooter, will head to the line. An all-region second-team member. 13 points per game, 4 rebounds. Cashes in. Hanson, guarded by Hopkins. Pick play. Hanson swatted away by Jackson. Hopkins Euro-stepping and missed the layup, but Jenkins is going to get called for an over-the-back foul.
And that's a rare miss in transition for Hopkins. And an even unusual call for Jenkins because I thought she might have got that cleanly.
Stewart. And then Banks will get called for dogging Stewart too hard. Third-team foul. Second on Banks. Hanson. Back to Stewart. Firing away. And it goes down. And we're tied at 38.
And you got to know that you can't give her that much room. Although she's been off a little bit today, still, she's a shooter.
Another turnover. Up to Stewart. Stewart for the lead. Murray State's first lead of the ball game. And another turnover, Redlands. Ingram, Stewart, heat check, off the mark. Offensive rebound, Roberson.
And I'm surprised that Redlands head coach is not calling a timeout right now. They certainly need to slow down the bleeding.
And there is head coach Steve Lowe, pumped up. The Aggies now up 4, 42-38. We're back in a bit on Bravado Wireless.
We don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Reach higher at Murray State College. We want to be your first choice for a great education. Start your college education while still in high school, or come back to college after time away. At Murray State College, we'll give you a better start at a lower cost. Murray State College, where your future is our top priority.
Redlands Community College led by 9 at halftime. Deion Amade, they're now down 4. And it was due to turnovers in that early third quarter.
Yeah, and in that huddle right there, you could hear the Redland head coach telling his team, one bucket, one possession. And right there, a travel.
That does not help the cause for the Cougars. Hopkins called for steps.
You know what they say, when it rains, it pours. Right now, it's pouring for Redland, and they're just going to have to weather the storm until they get back on track.
Redland's the #1 seed in the tournament. And Murray State turns it over on a Randasha Hansen travel.
And I'm questioning big time why Stewart is not in this game after that timeout. I disagree with the decision to take her out at that moment.
Open down low. Nihus can't finish. Got her own miss. And she'll head back to the free throw line, where she hit 4 in the first half.
The line of the Lady Goobers, 32, Grace Stevens.
Nihus, of course, the daughter of head coach Jay Nihus, who was the coach of the year in Region II play. After a 23-5 regular season, 12-4 in the conference. To redo a free throw attempt here. Redlands stops the scoring drought. Still down 2. Kaikkonen guarded by Jones. Hansen and Hopkins will get called for a blocking foul.
Check out the replay right here, see if you agree with the call.
Kaikkonen to pass in, has to go over the top. In and out, dishing it off.
And just an excellent move by Reeves. Getting to the basket and just an excellent pass in the lane.
Roberson has 8 points in this game. 4-point lead, Aggies. Still in the 2-3 zone. 3 on the shot clock. Banks has to put one up at the buzzer. No good. Trailer 3, Hansen, no.
Starting to wonder why Nihus didn't go for that rebound. It looked like she was pointing at the scoreboard or saying that it hit the shot clock.
Hopkins gets a nice pick from Nihus, but misses the floater. Reeves dishing it again. Roberson has 10 points. Hopkins gets bumped, and it will be on the floor. So far, Hopkins has not scored here in the third quarter with 2:19 remaining. Number 24 right there on your screen.
That's unfortunate for Redlands. They definitely need their leading scorer, the best player, to put points on the board.
Came in averaging 17 points per game, leading the team in points and assists. Jones, no good. Behind the back by Kaikkonen, again to Roberson. And then Hopkins called for a foul. It'll be her third. And she's upset she has to come out. So Lovings will check in. But Roberson will head to the free throw line, the 5'11" freshman from Waurika, Oklahoma. 6 points, 6 rebounds per game. 72% from the line.
They came out of halftime down by 9 points. And they're going to be up by 8 right here. What a change of events.
Turned over by Redlands. Another one.
The difference a quarter makes.
Reeves gets it back. 1:35 to go third quarter. Nascimento. Kaikkonen inside. Roberson, no. Jones, 3-on-1. Now turns into a 3-on-3. Jones threw it up and couldn't get a foul call.
She kind of lost the ball in the midst of all that traffic.
Peyton Rowe in for Redlands. Nia Banks out. And here comes Alicia Stewart back in the ballgame.
Look at the body language for all the Lady Cougars right now. They are really feeling it. Defeated. They need some kind of momentum or something to go their way.
Kaikkonen in the corner. Shut down. 14 on the shot clock. Nascimento for 3. And she got fouled. Will it be on the floor? It'll be a shooting foul. Is it a 2 or a 3?
And I thought she might have got a piece of it.
But did she get to land? Nope, she did not. 2 free throws for Nascimento, the 5'10" sophomore from Portugal. Her first points today. That foul charge to Nihus. Another look at that foul. 1 for 2 for Nascimento. Jenkins, quick release, no.
She rushed it.
Stewart to the cutting. Kaikkonen. Stewart's game much more than just scoring the basketball. She can pass it. Almost turned over by Redlands. And Mariah Jones will head back to the free throw line.
On that initial pass, I don't know who Jones was throwing the ball to. Luckily enough, she gets it back and she goes in and draws a foul. This Redland team has fallen apart in the third quarter.
Jones hits the first, the Edmond, Oklahoma native. Her first point here in this second half. Gets both. Kess Reeves checks in. Roberson with 3 fouls will check out. Seven on the game clock. 9-point lead. Kaikkonen to the corner. Reeves. No. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close.
Jacob, I'm afraid that three-pointer might have put these Redland girls away a quarter early. I'm telling you right now, the Lady Cougars, as far as body language and the scoreboard, are completely out of this game right now, just mentally. They need something immediately in this fourth quarter to go right if they're going to climb back in this hole that they dug themselves into.
9-point lead for the Aggies. We're back in a moment on Bravado Wireless.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer 1 line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
A bevy of turnovers in the third quarter for the Redlands Lady Cougars, leading to a 51-42 deficit after being up 9 points in the third quarter. Glad to have you with us. Jacob Toby alongside Deion Amate here on Bravado Wireless. Redlands and Murray State battling it out right now. NOC Enid and NEO coming up next at 3 o'clock. Then the men's games tonight. Those same two teams, NEO and Enid at 6, followed by Tonkawa and Murray State. And the 3 goes down for Murray State.
Nice play out of the timeout, excuse me, end of the quarter.
(54-42). Redlands down 12. Kaikkonen. No. Grabs her own miss. Ball still in play. She can't touch it though. A 24-14 points in the paint advantage for Murray State. Another turnover. Kaikkonen with the steal. Has to pull it out, and she'll get fouled.
Hopkins just dribbling the ball in traffic, trying to show foul, but the refs weren't buying it. Look at this.
Poked away.
4 defenders around her.
Hopkins will check out. And Jones comes in. Ingram. Trying to go one-on-one with Jackson. Gives it up. Nascimento. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Stewart. No. She's not afraid to shoot it. Even after the day she's had, not the best day offensively, but still leads this team with 18 points.
Very curious on Coach Niehouse's personnel that he has on the floor. Jenkins nor Hopkins on the floor, and you're down by 12 in the fourth quarter. Both of your scorers on the bench right now.
Roberson to check back in. And it could possibly be because maybe they're just giving him a little rest right now before maybe playing him, what, 6-7 straight minutes here?
I don't think you have that option right now.
You say you leave him in the whole time?
The whole time.
Lovings goes 1 for 2.
This is your season right now, Jacob. There's no rest. There's no tomorrow. The only chance you have is now.
Kaikkonen behind the back. Crafty with the dribble. Reeves. Ingram. Making it look easy. 5 points in this second half for Ingram. Jones and a jump ball. And a little frustration there from Jones.
They keep finding themselves inside the lane, and then the defense crashes down on them and they have nowhere to go.
Lovings, big shot for the Cougars. And then a turnover in favor of the Cougars. I believe Jones knocked it off of Reeves on the inbounds. 11-point game. And a jump ball. It'll be in favor of Murray State. A missed opportunity there for Redlands.
Yeah, Lovings just runs into one of the defenders. Not really a foul, so.
Stewart looking to attack, misses the layup. That could come back to bite them if Redlands makes a run. Lovings shut down. Nihus way off. And then Peyton Rowe knocked it off of Ingram. So it'll stay Redlands.
Where's the offense going to come on the floor right now for Redland?
Rowe. Jones would be a threat from deep, but it actually is put in by Lovings. There's the offense.
Second time that she's hit from behind the arc today.
She has 12. 8-point game. Stewart to the corner. 3 to answer, no. Stewart a quick trigger. Yes!
Quick release.
Stewart's 4th 3 of the second half. Back to a double-digit lead for the Aggies.
And Jackson's offense hasn't been in existence today, and really this tournament. Doing a good job on defense for that first half. And on Wednesday, offensively, she just hasn't had it.
When will head coach Jane Nihus bring in Jenkins and Hopkins? Still on the bench and have been for the last 3 minutes. Kaikkonen with 2 on the shot clock and a turnover. And Hopkins will check back in. Nihus is out. Andresa Nascimento and Randesha Hansen have checked in for Murray State. So number 24 with the basketball right now, the leading scorer for Redlands during the regular season. Needs to come alive for the Cougars for 3. No. Defense by Hopkins. She gets the steal and then a foul against Ingram.
That's something good. They're running out of time, though. 5 minutes left in the game.
Down 11. Jones at the free throw line. Can't get the layup to go. Reeves, and she is fouled. And that is Hopkins' 4th personal foul.
And what they're going to need to do is take Hopkins off the ball. And Jenkins is still on the bench.
Reeves hits the first free throw. The sophomore from Kingston, Oklahoma, an 82% free throw shooter. Puts both down. Jenkins checks back in for Jackson. So Jay Nihus will leave in Hopkins with 4 personal fouls, with his team down 13. Under 5 minutes to play. Winner goes to the championship game tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Or excuse me, time for that game is at 2. The men's are at 4. Reeves, 13 on the shot clock. Missed a wide open layup. Three-pointer, Lovings, no. This zone has been so good against Redlands. Only 29% three-point shooters coming into this game, and they have struggled from downtown today. Lovings, tough shot, no. Tipped out of bounds off of Jenkins.
That was not a shot attempt that you wanted. Situation where right now Lovings is kind of forcing things.
Nia Banks in. And Peyton Rowe out. Full court pressure here by the Cougars. Banks up on Kaikinen. Mariah Jones on Hanson. Loving's trying to go for a steal here. 10 on the shot clock. Roberson trying to get the ball down low. She does against Jenkins. Has to kick it out. Corner three. No good. Three minutes remaining. Hopkins, Euro step. And a quick timeout by Redlands. Hopkins' first bucket of the second half, coming with 2:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. Take a look.
Check out the replay. She flashes down low, comes around, knocks down the shot. Just don't know if they have enough in them right now to make this comeback, Jacob. And you've seen, like, if shots were falling, then you would give them a shot. But shots aren't falling. So where's the shot?
Shots have been a problem today, Deion.
Especially in the second half.
Redlands was just 3 for 17 in their win against Connors State on Wednesday from downtown. Today, no threes here in the second half for the Cougars. Full court pressure. Kaikinen trying to break it. Banks and Hopkins harassing in the backcourt. They barely get it over in time. And Murray State can slow things down a bit now with an 11-point lead. Ten on the shot clock. Kaikkonen looking for options. Jenkins tips it. Jenkins, a costly foul, went for the steal.
So. Very much so.
Luckily, no free throws yet. It's only the third team foul. Reeves will come in for Kaikkonen. Handoff, Hansen, yes.
You always gotta watch the inbound player. Costly mistake for Redland.
Just Hansen's third point scored, her first basket. Jenkins.
And she might have been fouled on that attempt.
2 minutes to go. And another foul, and Hopkins is done for the day.
Lady Cougars foul 24, Renita Hopkins are good. Team's fourth, and for the Lady Cougars, 25, Carissa Jackson.
Carissa Jackson will check in. And a tough day for Hopkins, 13 points.
And Hopkins had to know she had 4 fouls. You can't play defense like that, especially when you have 4 fouls.
Lovings will get to the free throw line.
Aggies foul 14, and Teresa
Nascimento with the foul.
to the line for the Lady Cougars.
Lovings has 11 points today. Turned over. 12-point game. Jones lost it. Banks picks it up and puts it in.
10-point lead.
1:25 to go. And the foul given by Banks.
Lady Cougars foul 15, Nia Banks her third. Team's fifth.
Single shot of Murray State head coach.
Into the Aggies, 0, Alicia Stewart.
State head coach. So Steve Lowe's team up by 10. Trying to make it to his first championship game here in Region 2 in his first season. Was an assistant coach at the University of Portland before coming here. His team a minute 25 away from the upset. Jones, no. Offensive rebound by Jackson, yes, and a timeout Redlands.
That makes it a 9-point game. Still a lot of work to do with less than a minute 30 left in the game.
We'll take a break, be back in a moment on Bravado Wireless.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
64-55, Redlands Community College in some serious danger right now of being X'd from this tournament. 1:17 to go. And again, Steve Lowe in his first season, a little over a minute away from heading to the championship game. Last season, Murray State didn't get out of the first round. They lost to Seminole.
Last year, Redlands won this whole thing.
Trying to do it back-to-back years. Lovings, big three, good. And they have to foul immediately. They get the ball up the court to Nascimento. They still need a foul, and they finally give it. So Andresa Nascimento will head to the free throw line. Still not totally done yet, with 46.5 seconds remaining. And Nascimento at the free throw line, 77%. Misses the second. Jenkins the rebound. Jones. Banks. Jones thought about a corner three. Down low. Jackson for two. And a timeout, Redlands. Five-point game.
Well, I mean, we could make some things interesting if we have a couple more missed free throws.
Some discussion about who was calling the timeout. So a 5-point game. For a limited time, you can get a free, that's right, free smartphone when you start up at Bravado Wireless. And right now, unlimited connectivity, only $59.99 a month. All the Netflix, Hulu, D+, Prime, internet shopping, video gaming, and Bravado streaming you could ask for. Unlimited talk, text, and data for $40 a month on Bravado Wireless. Jacob Toby, Deion Amade bringing you all the action today from Shawnee, Oklahoma, in the Noble Complex on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University. Redlands on the verge of being upset here by Murray State. In our next game, NOC Enid will take on NEO starting at 3 o'clock or a little after. Then those same two teams on the men's side will face off at 6. And Tonkawa and Murray State, the nightcap at 8. And again, 3 ranked teams on the men's side. It'll be a fun afternoon and night for us. And Redlands still trying to make it interesting here. They need to hope for 2 missed free throws, or 1, I guess. It would be a 6-point game if they make 1. But you have to foul immediately here if you're the Cougars.
Yeah, that last possession, they actually let a lot of time go off the clock. Wasn't in complete agreement with that.
Ball gets advanced to half court. Kaikinen to inbound. Looking for an option, gets it to Stewart, and she's grabbed immediately. And Jones is out for the rest of the game with her 5th foul. Paint and roll will come in. So Jones, their best 3-point shooter, done for the day. And Stewart at the free throw line.
That wasn't the person that they wanted to foul. Stewart has been looking pretty good from the free throw line today. 74% free throw shooter on the season.
Shows it right there. 7-point game, 30 seconds. Lovings throws up a wild one, no. Rebound, Ingram, and a foul.
Lady Cougar foul 25, Carissa Jackson, her second. And for the Aggies, 14, and Teresa Nascimento. For the line for the Aggies, 24, Jillian Ingram.
The freshman from Edmond, Oklahoma, at the free throw line, a 66% free throw shooter. Can't hit the first. Murray State, 9-7 in conference play this year, 19-12 on the year. And Steve Lowe's first season as head coach. Second free throw, no good. Redlands now down to 22 seconds. Again, they were champions a season ago. And the countdown is on. Steve Lowe, you can see it. He's pumped up. And that will do it. The Aggies are headed to the championship game, 67-60. The final score and the upset complete.
It was I didn't know if they could get it done, especially with the first half that Stewart had. I didn't think they had the firepower to do it, but they certainly did, and they proved me wrong. And Murray State will be playing in the championship game tomorrow. The question is, right now, who will they be facing?
They'll know in about a couple hours when NOC Enid and NEO face off against one another. And you take a look at the stat sheet for Murray State. It was a tough first half for Alasia Stewart, but she came back in the second and really put on a show. She finished with 23 points. And Madison Roberson down low in the paint, giving the Aggies a big advantage.
Yeah, she certainly did. I mean, I don't know why, but Jackson's defense was something that they could count on in this game, or especially in the first half, but it wasn't there, and they took full advantage. A lot of great jobs by Reeve and Ingram doing some nice dribble penetration and then finding some easy passes down low to get their post players some heads-up points.
All right, so again, for the final time, 67-60, the final score. Murray State to the championship game tomorrow at 2 p.m. right back here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. When we come back, we'll have NOC Enid and NEO. The winner will face the Aggies for a championship. We'll be back in a little bit on Bravado Wireless after this.
Copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the expressed written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.